Welcome to Passioneer Magazine, the podcast, where you'll hear inspirational stories, encouraging news, and in-depth interviews with authors, influencers, CEOs, and thought leaders. Passioneer Magazine, the podcast. Bold ideas, brave pursuits, boundless inspiration. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for Passioneer Magazine, the podcast. Now, as you know, we like to talk about empowerment and personal growth here on the show, and today is not going to be any different. Today, we're looking at what resonates to most as striving to achieve their dreams by overcoming fear. Now, fear can be a formidable barrier on the road to success, but it doesn't have to be a roadblock. Today, we are looking at the enlightening journey to uncover a practical strategy and some business-savvy solutions that will help you conquer your fears and pursue your dreams with confidence and determination. From identifying and acknowledging our fears, we embrace our failures from the perspective of using them as stepping stones to success. We extract the lessons that they have taught along the way and explore actionable steps that we can implement right now. So join me as we unlock some of the secrets to resilience, to cultivating a mindset of abundance, and embarking on a transformative quest to turn your dreams into reality. So, if you're ready, let's go on and take that leap. Let us step out into faith, take off those shackles of fear, and dive right in. That's right. We are talking about overcoming fear to pursue your dreams. One of the things that we should be aware of is identifying and acknowledging our fears. An example of this would be, suppose you dream of starting your own business, but you fear failure. Acknowledge the fear and understand its root cause. Everyone who is dealing with a fear of failure has their own reason. Now, many times the reason may overlap with others in society, but the reason is yours. I've been told that some have feared success because they didn't want to make more money than their parents. They felt as though if they made more money than their parents, then they would have a hard time dealing with their parents because their parents would think that they thought that they were special, that they had made it, that they were hoity-toity, that they were hoo-hoo-hoo, right? Fill in the word there. That they were something else. And they didn't want to deal with that. Now, I've also spoken with folks that say that they weren't exactly excited about the road to success because they didn't want to feel inauthentic. They didn't want to leave their neighborhood, the one that they had grown up in, to go to a more successful neighborhood, that they would feel as though they were leaving folks behind. Or at least they didn't want people to think that they wanted to leave folks behind. No matter the reason, no matter the cause, there are folks that believe that succeeding, being successful in life is a bad thing. So they fear the journey of success. So let's look at this from a business savvy approach. If we conduct a SWOT, that is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats assessment, then we can analyze what we need to do, start doing, stop doing, or perhaps never even thought about doing in the first place. When we analyze this information objectively, our risk assessment becomes obvious. How much are we willing to do or not willing to do? How many opportunities are we willing to take? How many will we turn away? But what are we looking at doing in order to make sure that we are, in fact, successful in our field? One way that we can do this is by seeking mentorships or professional guidance, however you're comfortable looking at that. With the mentorships or professional guidance, we can help others that are looking for someone who has already successfully gotten past that particular mile marker. Or if you are the person looking for mentorship or professional guidance, you should seek someone who has been doing what you aspire to do for many years successfully. Now, I know that positive self-talk is so important in all that we do. The words that come out of your mouth, in fact, can be blessings or curses according to one's own faith and belief system. So, why not speak blessings, not only over others, but over yourself and that which you do? So, what would be a really good affirmation for identifying and acknowledging your fears? So glad you asked. Here we go. I acknowledge my fears, but they do not define my capabilities. I am resilient and capable of overcoming any challenge that comes my way. I acknowledge my fears, but they do not define my capabilities. I am resilient and capable of overcoming any challenges that come my way. Now, isn't it exciting to know that when you speak that over yourself, that it starts to become a part of who you are? The more you say it, the more you believe it. The more you hear it, the more you believe it. The more you speak it, the more you hear it, the more it gets down in those crevices of who you are and becomes, in fact, who you are. Another thing that we can do to overcome fear and pursue our dreams is to visualize success and set achievable goals. Now, what's an example of this? Envision yourself successfully achieving your dreams. Break them down into smaller, more manageable size pieces. Now, you've heard me say before that we need to reverse engineer our dream and break it down into bite-sized pieces. When one is eating, no one takes a huge bite or puts it all in their mouth at one time. Why? Because you would surely choke if you tried to do that. Well, the same can be true with achieving your dream. It's not all going to come at one time for fear that it may become congested. It's going to become blocked. Everyone knows that the science of flow is that it cannot all come rushing at one time because it all cannot make it in at one time. It has to be funneled properly, directed properly. It has to be taken in bite-sized pieces so that you do not choke. The same is true with your success journey. Don't go too quickly because you may have missed something that you needed 2 blocks back. Don't go too slowly, for you may miss something that was supposed to cross your path 3 blocks ahead. But in perfect timing, in proper and true form, when you do things the way in which you should, and you visualize, but you also use a business savvy approach, then you are more than likely going to be successful. What's that business savvy approach? Create a detailed business plan with measurable milestones. Now, we've all heard this acronym before as well. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. Make SMART goals and track your progress and stay motivated. I cannot encourage you enough to stay motivated. Now, some folks may say, well, Dr. Angela, you always want us to stay happy, stay on the positive side of life, but there are things going on. Absolutely. I don't need you to be reminded of the negativity, of the chaos, of the things that have gone awry. Those things are going to come front and center on their own. What I have to remind you of is to stay motivated, to stay focused, to be determined that you will, in fact, succeed. Now, the world has a great way of reminding you otherwise in various degrees. So I want to be a part of the support team. I want to be a part of the team that's telling you, yes, you can, in fact, make it, do it, be it, see it, achieve it, and make it happen for someone else as well. So what's a really good affirmation for this one? I am focused on my vision of success. Each step I take brings me closer to realizing my dreams. I am capable of achieving greatness. I am focused on my vision of success. Each step I take brings me closer to realizing my dreams. I am capable of achieving greatness. Again, the more you say it, the more you hear it, the more you believe it. So say it as often as you need to. Hear yourself say it as often as you need to. Now, I am of that particular age where we used to say, speak it, record yourself on tape and listen to that tape every night before you would go to bed. Well, now, thank God for smartphones and all of that and the likes of podcasts, we're able to do the exact same thing, different way, same idea. And that is listen to those positive mantras over and over again. Listen to positive affirmations over and over again. Be it that it is this episode, something that you've said yourself, or even another podcast. The point is to get that positivity down in your spirit so that when something does go awry, you are able to speak positivity over the situation instead of being pulled to the negativity. Lastly, seek support and surround yourself with positivity. An example of this would be surround yourself with your positive friends and family members, with mentors and others that are of like mind with you. Now, those people that are of a particular faith, you've heard this before. Iron sharpens iron. You want to be with like believers when it comes to your faith. The same is true when it comes to your success journey. Because we believe that we have been called to a particular purpose, that we have been, in this lifetime, we have been purposed to do a particular thing, then we stand on the faith, we stand in our faith that yes, this is in fact what I am supposed to be doing. So, be it that you are the person who is decreeing and declaring, or if you are a member of the support team and helping that person stay positive, make sure that you are being as supportive and around as supportive people as you possibly can be. What's our business savvy approach here? Build a network of like-minded individuals or join entrepreneurial communities. Seek feedback and constructive criticism, not just haters, but constructive criticism to refine your ideas and your strategies. Again, this is a really great place where seeking the knowledge, help, assistance, wisdom of your mentor can be priceless. They may say, I did the exact same thing, thinking that the silver was better than platinum, right? Or thinking that platinum was better than silver. Why did I use that? Usually the platinum package is better than the silver. I'm speaking from a color difference. A lot of times people don't see the subtle nuance between silver and platinum, or white gold, let's say. It all looks silver to me, is what they'll say. But there is a difference. And that small difference can make a significant difference in the outcome of your project. With that being said, when we pay attention to those small details, it can allow us to move more smoothly and with a sense of balance to where we are trying to go. So, what would be a really good affirmation for this? I am surrounded by positivity and support. I attract mentors and allies who believe in my dream. Together, we thrive and succeed. I am surrounded by positivity and support. I attract mentors and allies who believe in my dream. Together, we thrive and succeed. There is nothing like having those folks around you. You will definitely see the difference in your life. You will notice that your mindset has shifted. The paradigm has shifted just enough for you to be able to do what you are trying to accomplish. I wish you nothing but success along your success journey. I wish you nothing but happiness. I wish you nothing but smooth sailing. We know that weather will happen, but don't be dismayed. Don't be knocked off course. Don't be disheartened because weather, life happens. It happens to all of us. And for those who have steered clear of many a storm, we are ready and willing to share our information, our knowledge, our tidbits of wisdom along the way. So what are some practical everyday things that you can do? And perhaps until you find a mentor that can give you a more specific nugget of wisdom. Practice mindfulness and visualization techniques. Visualize, again, what it is that you are trying to do. If you can't see it, if you're not able to see it yet, keep thinking about what it is that you want to do until it is clear in your mind's eye. Calm your mind and focus on the positive outcome, not on the various things that could go wrong, but on the positive outcome. Think on those things that are of good report when you are doing your visualizations. Develop a daily routine that includes activities such as exercise, meditation, journaling, to help maintain that positive mental stance as well as help with your emotional well-being. Now, if you are under doctor's care and you cannot exercise, then by all means, do not. But if you are able, even just taking a small, short 15-20 minute walk can do great things for your physical health as well as your emotional and mental health. Learn what your calculated risk level is. The same way we did when we were filling out the form for our 401ks. What is your risk? Are you willing to take high risk? Are you medium risk? Are you low risk? Ask yourself, what am I willing to do or not do? Once you have assessed your risk level, start taking small steps and gradually expand yourself so that you can get out of your comfort zone. If your comfort zone is only 1, 2, 3, and you're trying to get to 10, you should set a goal of, depending on how quickly you want to do it, every week, I want to take another step. Every month, I need to take another step. Whatever is healthy for you is what you should do. If you're a high risk person and you're willing to make it happen, then you're probably looking at taking a new step every week, if not every couple of days, right? But again, it is determined by you. The quicker you do it doesn't mean that it's going to be successful. The slower you do it doesn't mean it's going to be successful. It does have to be at the perfect pace for what you are trying to do and your industry. Celebrate your achievements. I cannot say that enough. Celebrate your achievements, even if it's small. The small ones are going to accumulate into big ones. Big ones are going to just keep not only you motivated, but your team motivated and make you want to continue to push forward. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, no matter if only 2 other people know about it. Celebrate your achievements and continue to walk in that motivation. And lastly, I would say continue to educate yourself. Make sure that you are doing those things that are going to help you hone your craft, right? Educate yourself through books, through courses, workshops, conferences, listening to podcasts, going out and attending community events, whatever it is that you need to do that's going to make sure that you have a feel for what your industry is, right? That you know what the pulse is, you know what the trends are, then do that thing. Become skillful and knowledgeable in whatever industry resonates with you. So remember, overcoming fear is a journey. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So it's a journey and not just a destination. So stay present, be aware, believe in yourself, and trust the process. With determination, with resilience, with focus, you can turn your dreams into a reality. There are so many people doing what you aspire to do. Use them as the motivation that you need to get yourself where you need to be. If we can do it, so can you. We have spent the time making sure that we have followed the steps, that we have trusted the process as needed for our industry. And I encourage you to continue to do the same. Thank you for listening to Passioneer Magazine, the podcast.